Hare Krishna, dear devotee, please welcome to our section, Srimad Bhagavata section in the morning, Saturday morning. And we are today going to read from Canto 5th and chapter 13, verse number 4. First I am going to reading the verse, then after that you can also read. Okay, this verse number is 5th, 13th, 4th. Nivastadoya. You can recite after me. Nivastadoya. Dravinatma buddhis. Tadastado. Davabibo adapyam. Kvashichavati. Uditapamshu. I think I read it. Uditapam sudurma. Tumra. Sorry. Diso najanadi rajas valakshaha. Nivastadoya dravinatma buddhis. Tadastado davadibo adapjam. Kvachichavadi utitapam sudumra. Sumra diso na janadi rajasvalakshaha. Anyone's proposal? Nivastadoya dravinatma buddhis. Tadastado davadibo adapyam. Kvachichavadudhitapam shudumra. Dino disunadirajasvalakshaha. Nivasadoya dravinatma buddhis. Tadastado davadibo adapyam. Kvachitavachyo utiram sudumra. Diso najanadirajasvalakshaha. Nivasadoya dravinatma buddhis. Tadastado davadibo adapyam. Kvajicavato tam sudra. Dirajasvalakshaha. Diso najana dirajasvalakshaha. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you. I'm going to read translation. So words by words. There is not writing. Okay. Nivasha, residential place. Toya, water. Dravina, wealth. Atma buddhi, who considers these material things, sorry, too much. Who considers these material things, the Atma or self. Tada tata, here and there. Davadi, he runs. Boha, O king. Adabhyam, on the forest path of material existence. Kvashit cha, and sometimes Vatya, by the whirlwind, Uttida, raised, some Pamsu, by dust, Dumra, appear smoke color, Disa, the direction, Na, not, Janati, knowns, Rajavala Akshaka, whose eyes are covered by the dust of the wind, or who is captivated by his wife during the menstrual period. Translation given by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear King, the merchant of the forest path of the material world, his intelligence victimized by home, wealth, relatives, and so forth, runs from one place to another in search of success. Sometimes his eyes are covered by the dust of the whirlwind. That is so say, in his last, he is captivated by the beauty of his wife, especially during her menstrual period. His eyes are blinded, and he cannot see where to go or what he is doing. Purport. Ajay, can you read? Yes.
It is said that house of attraction resides in the wife because sex is the center of household life. Yan, a materialistic person, making his wife the center of attraction, works every day, works very hard day and night. His only enjoyment in material life is sexual intercourse. Therefore, karmis are attracted to women as friends or wives. Indeed, they cannot work without sex. Under the circumstances, the wife is compared to a virgin, especially during her menstrual period. Those who strictly follow the rules and regulations of household life engage in sex only once a month, and the end of the menstrual period. As one looks forward to this opportunity, his eyes are overwhelmed by the beauty of his wife. Thus it is said that the whirlwind covers the eyes with dust. Such a lusty person does not know that all his material activities are being observed by different demigods, especially the sun god, and are being recorded for the karma of one's next body. Astrological calculations are called Jyoti Shastra because the Jyoti, or effulgence, in the material world comes from the different stars and planets. The science is called Jyoti Shastra, the science of luminaries. By the calculations of Jyoti, our future is indicated. In other words, all the luminaries, the stars, sun, and moon, witness the activities of the conditioned soul. Thus he is awarded a particular type of body. A lusty person whose eyes are covered by the dust of whirlwind of material existence does not at all consider that his activities are being observed by different stars, planets, and are being recorded. Not knowing this, the conditioned soul commits all kinds of sinful activities for the satisfaction of his fleshly desires.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Satchidanmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Jena Pudale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadadi Swapadandikam Mandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuda Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sakrajadam Sakagana Raghunadan Vidam Tam Sajivam Satvaidam Savadudam Parjana Sagidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Chakagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vidamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Pando Jagatpade Kopesha Kopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishapanu Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpa Tarupchasya Kripa Sindhupcha Evasa Padidanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadada Shivashadi Kaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Dado Jayamudiraye Nastaprayusu Abhatreshu Nityam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavadiruttama Sloke Bhaktir Pavadi Naishtihi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandakopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, welcome to our Srimad Bhagavatam class. Okay, before I start, I want to ask you, after reading this verse, you can understand anything? First. This verse, what does actually talk about? Yes, thank you. And Prabhuji. Yes, maybe you can please share something.
Illusion of the human body
Mm-hmm.
and the duties of Vyasashram
Yes.
and how you are not able to do it because of the Maya.
Yes. Yes, thank you. And you will.
How the husband is captivated in his wife's beauty and attractive.
And what happened to him? What happened to him then?
He has to work very hard and he found knowledge.
Yes, and he lost his direction. Okay, then we can go to little deep verse-wise, line by line. First I started to Nivastatoya Dravinatma Buddhis. It is Acharyas, our Gaudiya Acharyas, elaborating very beautifully. They consider home, normally the householder man, he consider home for his wealth, everything is belongs to him. According to Vishwanatha Chakravarti Tagore, he reflects the false ego, ahangara, of the soul who believes material assets define the self. This our Gaudiya Acharya is giving insight from this line. This misidentification is described in Bhagavata Sandarbha by Jiva Goswami as the soul thinking, I am this body, my shelter is my house, my sustenance is my wealth. This is the problem, is the householder life also. It's the root of bondage, the illusion that what is temporary and external is actually me or mine, ahangara, mamada. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also Mahaprabhu says, Jivera Svarupa, Krishnera Nitya Dasa. The soul is real identity is to be an eternal servant of Krishna. Here, we can ask ourselves, really we understand we are eternal servant of Krishna? That is very difficult. By knowledge, we know everyone. After reading the scriptures or after coming to the temple, when someone asks us, who are you? We are a spirit soul. And then again, when they ask, who are you? As a servant of Krishna. But this is very deeper understanding things. This is not immediately we can recognize. We can tell by birds, but the identity of the soul is only in the pure stage we can recognize. The beyond after Nishta. In the before Nishta, we cannot recognize who we are. We don't know our real Swaroop. But we just tell we are eternal servant of Krishna. But normally, if someone asks my name, what is your name, Mataji? I tell Radha-Priya. I never tell Radha-Priya, Devi Dasi. That's mean I never recognize I am Devi Dasi. I am not Radha-Priya, I am the Devi Dasi. In this way, the many things we are just talking and telling, we don't have such a realization. That's why we are struggling in the material world. We don't know how to overcome. We don't know how to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet because we don't have such a humility or humble in our heart. Without humility and humble, how can we take shelter of Krishna? We have to really properly practice our Krishna consciousness, become a humble soul, or humility, develop humility in our heart. Otherwise, we cannot understand who we are. This is the one problem. We know, but we couldn't recognize who we are. And next one, tatastado tavadibo adavyam. Therefore, he runs here and there in the forest. Here is telling the material world is the samskara is considered like forest. Why forest? Here is mentioned forest. If you go to inside the forest, you lost the direction. You don't know where you go. Where if you see you trees and this and that, you can't see the way come out from this forest. The material samskara, especially Grahastha life, is like a deep forest. Now, who is living in the Grahastha life, they understand this is the forest, very, very deep forest. We don't find our direction without our acharyas and sadhusanga. Very difficult to come out from this material forest. And the forest represents the world of material entanglement, samskara, samsara. This is the material forest. Running here and there symbolize the restless and desperate chase of happiness through karma, artha, kama. This is the problem of the soul when they are attached by material enjoyment, and they always searching something here and there. According to Gaudiya commentaries, the signifies the unsettled mind constantly chasing after worldly goals, never at peace. You can read one verse from Pikukida, Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter 33, verse number, I think it's 11th canto, chapter 31 is the Pikukida, the Avanti Brahmana song.
The disappearance of Lord Krishna.
No, 20. I think it's 24th chapter. You can search the Avanti Brahmana song. Verse is 33.
The philosophy of something.
No, 11th canto. 11th, 24th, and verse number 33. No? 1 minute. Tevijavasha Nayam Janome. If you read this sloka, then if you read this chapter, you can understand what is going on. Because our mind is always, uncontrolled mind is always giving us problem. 1 minute. Haven't the premonition? Yes, 33, 42, verse number 42. Sorry, 42. 42, you found it. Divijau Vasha, Nayam Jano me Sukadukka Gedur, Na Deva, Ma Graka Karma Khala, Manaka Paramkarana Mamanandi Samsara Chakaram Parivartayat. The next one is Mano Gunanvai Sredopaliyas, I think like this. Then we can read the Brahmana said, these people are not the case of my happiness and distress, neither are the demigods, my own body, the planets, my past work, or time. Rather, it is the mind alone the cause of happiness and distress. This is the 42, verse number 42, chapter 33, 11, 33, 42. Then we can understand this is all problem is of our mind. When we are not controlling our senses or our mind, and then we got problem. Here is our Kaudiyachar is also telling unsettled mind. Then the mind not unsettled or uncontrolled, this give also problem. We don't feel peace in our heart. We are practicing Krishna consciousness since many years. I was also thinking 22 years. I feel in my heart is peace. No. Why? Because I am not controlling my mind. This is the problem. We have to find it where we get problem. We have to really practice such a way, control our mind. Otherwise, is this mind, uncontrolled mind, give us always problem. That it engage us to do some, spiritual activities. It's always sinful activities. And that's why Acharya says it's never at all they give peace, the unsettled mind. And next one, Kvachit Chavadi Utit. Can you, Prabhu, read it? Kvachit, the third line. Kvachit Chavati Utit. Disona Janati. Okay, in this line. Oh, thank you. Sometimes due to whirlwinds, rising dust, they cannot see the direction. You can see the tornado or like the Navartan is coming. You don't see this dust cover our eyes. You don't see any direction. And this lust here is compared to his wife, the sexual life in Grahastha Ashrama is very, very difficult to find his direction. And the man, who is the household life, who is the man, he should have such a knowledge to control his senses. Otherwise, when he becomes Grahastha, and how can he overcome from this material existence? This is not easy. When he has such a knowledge, and he know how to control his senses. Otherwise, it's okay. Otherwise, they can overcome from this Maya, this illusion. Illusionary energy of Krishna is so powerful. She always distracted the soul from devotional service. This is her duty. Here is Acharya's mentioned the whirlwind, Vayu, is the agitating influence of lust. As described in Bhagavad Gita also, the Rajoguna, if someone in Rajoguna, they get lost. 3.37, Kama is the Guru, is a Rajoguna Samuttava. Already is Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, this lust is arise in Rajoguna. And there's also, this verse also mentioned, this Rajoguna is prominent and lust is arise. And after lust arise, what happened? And later on, Damoguna is arise. In this way, soul is bound in this material world. They couldn't overcome from this Maya. They don't find any direction. And they are covered by this whirlwind dust. Vishwanath Chakravarti Tagore explained, Not knowing the direction means the soul loses all discrimination, cannot see truth from illusion. And this is the meaning. This occurs especially when Maya intensifies as the sense become agitated by Rajaguna, then they got attachment. Here is Acharya's means his eyes are covered with dust is rajas, yes. His spiritual vision is lost because when we are covered by the lust, then we lost his spiritual vision. Here is Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, the householder man put his wife in the center. What happened? He lost all direction. That's why is really this Vaishnava children, they should have in Gurukul very nice education, how to control their senses. Otherwise, when future, then when they become Grahastha, it's very much danger when they don't know, when they put his wife in the center of attraction, all attraction, then they lost the direction. This is not easy to overcome because this attraction is in the householder life is very strong. Then here is this story, is Yadat Bharat teach to King Raghugana how to detach, this is from these material things and the entanglements. And then, when someone who is in the Grahastha ashrama, they should understand they have to prepare to go next level, Vanaprastha, not always remain in this such a life. For some time, they can do their duty for sake of their family well-being, but not always remain in the family life. We can see is Narada instructed to Prakina Parki, also same thing. He also teach him how to detach from these things because these things are binding us in this material world. And here, according to Jiva Goswami, Sutta Sattva, only Sutta Sattva, the internal potency of Krishna, can clear this vision through Bhakti Yoga. Really, we couldn't understand in them. We are in the level of Anatta Nivarti or Bhajana Kriya or Sraddha Sadhu Sangha. It's very difficult to understand or overcome from this. Only Sutta Sattva stage we can, through Bhakti Yoga, practicing through Bhakti Yoga, we can understand what is going on. Otherwise, we are always entangled by Maya and we are wandering here and there. And here we can see in Srimad Bhagavatam also mentioned 1 to 17. Srimadam Svakadaha Krishna Punya Sravana Kirtanaha. Hearing Krishna glories purify the heart and derives away lust and ignorance. This is the solution. We should know how to overcome from this. Only hearing Krishna Kada and take shelter of the holy name very seriously. No, we are not taking seriously shelter of the holy name. And Krishna Kada also, we don't have taste to hear Krishna Kada, but somehow we have to practice to hear more and more Krishna Kada from elevated soul. It's effective, so much effective. Otherwise, we have to take also Sangha, Satsanga regularly. Then in this way, we can slowly overcome from illusion and such a bodily consciousness. And I can remember in Srimad Bhagavatam, I think in the Uttava Gita, one verse, I always, last few months, it struck my heart. I always remember this verse again and again. There's mention and talk about 24 gurus. The last guru struck my mind. My body is the 25th guru. The one day this body is cheating me. For why? For what? I am just, attached this body. This body one day cheating me. I said, hey, I'm no more here. This body leave to me. And then why I am attached too much this body? because I'm thinking I am this body. I'm not thinking I'm spiritual. This is the problem. I have so much attachment in this body. That's why I couldn't really overcome from this. Only by the mercy of Acharyas and Krishna Kada and Srimad Bhagavatam, we can overcome from this and taking shelter of the holy name. And we have to sincerely pray to Krishna, begging to Krishna for his mercy and sadhus. Otherwise this is without mercy. It's not possible to overcome, which I understand myself. This is only depending on mercy. Otherwise, we are just wandering here and there. No matter where, whatever we do, is without mercy, we cannot overcome. We can see in Chaitanya Charanamrita also, Sister Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he pray. Mahaprabhu says he don't need any following, the beautiful woman, or he don't need wealth and this and that, because he is teaching us how to, worshiping Krishna, or yes, how to practice in Krishna consciousness. Because when we have such a desire, this material desire, then we cannot take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet with this, because we have so much material dirty. How can Krishna sit in this dirty place? Then I remember one more things in this. This is also in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. I couldn't properly remember which chapter and which verse, but I can remember the teaching, which teaching Krishna gave to Uddhava. Krishna said, you have to leave this body like a guest. You can remember which verse? He said, you have to live this body like a guest, and then you don't attach this body. And you can live your home like a guest. Guest is coming and going. They don't feel any attachment of these things. They are thinking, I'm coming and I live for some time, then I'm leaving. Then they are not taking seriously, this is mine or this is mine. And there is Prabhupada mentioned, we have to live in our house in this mentality, like a guest. You live your home, you do your duty, but don't attach to anything. If you started to attach and you think this is mine, and this is my home, this is my children, my husband, and my things, and what happened, you automatically attach to again these material things. This is very difficult to overcome from these things. That's why is Krishna's teaching to Uddhava. Live in this body like a guest, and live this house like a guest. And this is in this way, when we are practicing in this way, we can overcome from our illusory life. Otherwise, in this deep forest, it's not easy to overcome. We can see in the morning we are singing Guru Ashtaka, and can you sing this Guru Ashtaka? Yes. You know the meaning?
Yeah, this word is like forest that is burning with fire, and we're seeking for the and the guru is pouring down water, which we are from, and he delivers us from these gunas. And that's why I'm seeking shelter at the lotus feet of
Yes. The material will there is also mentioned in the forest. Then who can help us? Only Guru can help us to overcome from this. That's why we have to really understand we want to follow Maya or our Guru. Guru give every time, when Gurus comes here, Acharyas come, they give so much instruction, Srila Prabhupada, and after that Prabhupada disciple and the many of the elevated devotees. They always give us so many instruction, but we are not interested to follow them. Then how can we overcome from this? Maya. You know, if you go to then the deep forest, if you don't have navigation, or then you can't come out from this. Acharyas like a navigation. They are showing us the path, how we come out from this deep forest, but we don't want to follow. Then what happened? We have to wander here and there. When we don't want to follow the navigation, then you have to follow, you have just wander here and there. What is the use of such a wandering? We have to think ourselves, we want to follow our Acharya's footsteps or we want to follow the Maya's footsteps. This is our choice. But Krishna is always give us so much instruction how to overcome from such a problem. I think I am going to stop here because of the time. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Shri Jagannath Paladesh Bhatramaya ki jai, Shri Kauranita ki jai. I want to ask of you, please share some thoughts from this verse, especially Radheshyam Prabhu. Yeah. Ajay, mic couldn't. Is there so many deeper understanding in sloka you can express something?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. This verse comes between the talks between King Rahugana and Jad Bharat Maharaj. And if we see the story of Jad Bharat Maharaj, how he was before and how he got entrapped in this material world. So his whole story tells us don't be attached to this material world, birth after birth. And it's very important that like his life story shows us he had his guru Sakshat Bhagwan Rishabdev. And even after having guru, he got attached and then stuck here. So then we see this story and then it contradicts with the Siddhanta here, like, oh, you have to follow guru, but even after having guru, you got attached to material life. So here, the solution to this comes as when you have full faith and surrender towards lotus feet of your guru, and guru is not different than Shastra. So it's important that we have equal surrender and faith towards guru and Shastra. And when we have full faith in Shastra, the Shastras are so strong that they don't let you get stuck to this material world. You do your duties nicely, you perform your duties nicely because the duties are told by Shastra to us. So when we follow it as it is, like Prabhupada says, then we don't get stuck here, and with very easily we can deliver ourselves here. And when it comes to Grihastha ashram is very special ashram because it nurture whole world. So if somebody says oh, Grihastha ashram, yeah, this, that, it's like a bogus person. Grihastha ashram nurtures the brahmacharis, the sannyasis, the whole world. Without Grihasthas, we won't have more brahmacharis and sannyasis getting born in this material world.
Hare Krishna. You want to say something? You want to say something? Okay, then can you give back to her?
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for your lecture. Yeah, when Prabhu was also mentioning that Grihastha ashram has a big responsibility, and also the point where you were mentioning that in the Gurukula we are supposed to learn how to control the senses. I was thinking if you can elaborate on what you have to learn and how to really take an education that is meaningful, like what is actually true Shastra, what is an education not to be.
This is also, I asked Radhesha Prabhu, he is Brajavasi, he has such a higher understanding of this raising children and how to become Krishna conscious and everything. Please, Prabhu, give some knowledge to her to practice in such a way.